Hey, Mac, my phone says 9. I don't hear any music. I just want to check.
Mac's computer is daylight savings time.
It's there.
All right. Oh, yeah.
It's a few seconds behind.
Was it there or is it just hadn't been turned up yet?
It's a few seconds behind. Let me turn it up.
13:01 it went off at.
13:01.
I don't know what that means.
Is it 1 p.m.? What happened?
Yeah. Is it 1300 at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Good morning, afternoon, night, whenever you're listening to this, everybody. It's That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. We have no idea what's going on anymore. We've lost the show. Damon, how was your week?
Well, 14 seconds in we should. Oh, sorry, 1301. Yeah, 1301.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Technical stuff.
You know right now, so here, just to cue everybody up, Mac is uber professional, and we're digging this. Okay, so he's got the thing set to go off at the top of the hour.
The problem is Damon's not making a joke. The last 4 weeks, he's been like, Mac's really stepping up his game. The guy is doing stuff. He's making he's doing his stuff. He's getting his business behind it. He's got actual clients coming in there, and they really want professionalism. He's providing that
audiobooks
for them.
Yeah.
For those guys, he's doing it. And I'm like, can we stop stroking Mac this whole time? What's going on? No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Now, that said, I still can't use the shower. So I'm just in a beautiful shower here at Audiohive Studio. But anyway, no, but what's funny is he says, the music comes right in at 9 o'clock. So cue, that's when we start. So we both have devices in our hands.
Right.
And both of them say 9 o'clock.
Well, because I was going to make a comment to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if Damon's going to want to edit that out. Let me see if I have time to say it.
Yeah.
My phone said 9 o'clock. No music.
But when we point out there's no music, he goes, it's there. And then it gradually comes up.
Away.
Mac, either I am that good where I called it exactly 1 second before it started.
You did.
Or you turned a knob when I wasn't looking. Because I can't see you.
Either way, great timing and excellent professionalism, Mac.
And I'm sure everyone is glad to hear this because
we
all
remember
2 minutes of the show.
I remember last week, you guys can't hear that.
Yeah,
that's
you guys can't hear the music. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, see, here's where it's a little suspect.
I was listening to that yesterday. I was laughing.
That's why it's a little suspect, Mac.
Yeah,
is that this week suddenly it's like, oh no, it was there. You were just exactly timed not to hear it.
He's got it now in stages. Yeah, we're on to you. We're on to you right now. He's got it in stages. Look, 1 week they couldn't hear it at all. This week I just didn't turn it up fast enough. Okay. Next week
it was 1 second behind.
Look, he's going to go to I will go to my grave.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, it was going to say born.
Like I'm running off of a sundial.
Born,
or something.
died. Wait, what? And then underneath that, it was 1 second.
It was 1
away.
second. It's right on his headstone. It was 1 second.
Is that what killed him? Did he accidentally step in front of a bus or something? No, some sort of music thing 40 years ago.
What you should do, you should be buried right next to the train tracks. And then it should on the bottom say, wait, you don't hear that? So when people are standing there paying their respects, they just start freaking out. Okay? You don't hear it? It was 1 second. You don't hear that?
Have a speaker in it that plays the Coors Light train every now and then.
Yeah.
But cranked.
Yeah. So how do I get a headstone with surround sound? He's sponsored by Bose. Man, that guy was really into his electronics.
And the dry cleaners, everyone soils himself while they're at his gravesite.
And they do a pickup right from his gravesite. They got a drop box right there. Is this Goodwill? No, that's where you put your soiled pants.
No, it's pneumatic. It just takes it right over to the cleaners.
You just stand close enough, it sucks it right off you.
I'd put a sign on it that says soiled garments here, so that when people are walking up, they're like, what is this for?
Yeah, what is this? Stand here. You'll see. Yeah, that's awesome. My pants will be stuck in the tube. I'd be like, what? There's so much material.
The backside of the tomb, where the speakers aren't directed, that's where you put. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be on the other side, buddy. You're totally on the wrong side.
Yeah.
The action's over there.
Right. You can't hear that?
What's going on? Come on.
Weird. So, how was your week, Ted?
Turn my cans up.
Yeah.
Oh, my week was, I traveled for work again, but this is a different trip. This is a trip I've never taken before.
Yeah.
Yet it ended up in the wonderful area of Champaign-Urbana.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've spent over a decade of my life living there. Yeah. If you would have blindfolded me and dropped me in that place, I would have been like, where the hell am I?
Really?
It is so different. When I went to school there in 19,
Right.
I did that for the people that are my same age. I don't care.
Mid-40s.
Yeah, because the people are like, well, I'm the same age as you. You say your age, they're going to know my age. People know you're old.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend they know you're old.
What were you hiding?
Yeah.
What were you hiding?
They've seen your face.
Right. And they're a believer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just one left.
Touche.
There's just one left.
Correct. We're down to one.
He'll be in Joliet. He'll be in Joliet, right up the street from Audiohive.
Yeah.
In April, I think it is.
Yeah.
When I went there, it was all old brick and all like buildings that you could tell, like, oh, they built these with the money post World War II.
Right.
Now it looks like you're downtown in New York. Like the main street is like high rises. There, when I went there, like you had to get on. I one time rode my bike to my car. That's how far parking was to drive to the bus place to take that up to where the mall is to go to get shopping. There's a Target right down across from the union now, the student union. Like, really? That's cool. That's fun. I wonder if it's my student loan still paying for that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It marks the spot right there, sir. That's where all your money is, right in that building.
I drove past the house where the first house I ever owned was down there. I drove past, and there's a giant like bird bath fountain that does not meet the scale of the house. You know, picture like a small like starter home, and then someone dropped like a Chicago,
MTV Cribs?
Chicago Art Museum like fountain just right out in front.
Nice.
Like, come on, birds! This is where we party.
So, like, your house was sponsored by Bird Baths,
Right?
Gotcha.
We bring this house to you by Bird Bath Incorporated. If you want to bathe all the birds, come on down to Geraldine Avenue in Urbana, Illinois.
Max, like, I got a bird
people
shower.
Like, you gave away. I didn't give away the address. Now I know you're going to find it because it's the only house with a stupid bird bath in front of it.
Right. Look, if you Google map Geraldine Avenue, you'll see the bird bath. Okay.
Yeah.
Satellites don't miss it.
Zoom in. Not that much. You don't have to. It's right. It's right
That
there.
guy's got a pool in the front yard, but it's full of birds. What's he got going on there?
He's got a 4-story pool.
Yeah.
I think that's a bird bath. There's no way. Do you see the size of that?
There's no way. There's no way.
Well, then I come home and I tell Tina about that. She's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that last time I was you didn't bring that up."
Right.
That's the first thing I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
Did you see the bird bath they put in front of our old house? It's ridiculous.
It's funny. It's like, well, they got one like that at Graceland. So if you're looking for that bird bath from Satellite,
It probably is
there's two of them.
Sir, I didn't know they moved Graceland to Central Illinois. Nope, wrong bird bath.
So weird.
Straight south.
Well, we had the jungle room, but I didn't know about the bird bath. But well, that's cool though. So you're back in your own stopping.
Yeah,
grounds.
it was so weird. Like I went past all the places I used to live, and it was just like
I saw you ate somewhere that you ate years ago.
Oh, that was the thing. Yeah.
Was it good?
There was a place called El Toro. And I'll shout it out. Like not a sponsor, but
Call me.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. They've got multiple locations now. Bring one up here. We'll go.
Yeah.
It was across the street from the bird bath. That location's gone now, but we went there so frequently that we'd get to the door and there'd already be a Diet Mountain Dew on the table because I ordered that back in the day. That was my drink of choice.
Gotcha.
Back in 2000, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Except to the point where some days I just wanted a nice tea. But I'd walk to the door and I'd see like, oh no, buddy, I appreciate that I'm a regular and this is what we're doing here, but I don't want that no more. I don't want that no more, man. Come on. And you feel bad. You're like, I'm gonna need to put that in the sink.
Yeah.
And can I get some iced tea?
This is awkward because I'm gonna get charged for 2 drinks now.
Yeah.
And but I'd like to have an iced tea.
And here's the thing: the old restaurant, and this is not disparaging. Like it's just they're entrepreneurial. They will take any place that has ever shut down and put a Mexican restaurant in it.
Correct.
That's what this place felt like.
Well, yeah.
It felt like it was a fantastic Mexican restaurant.
And pause on that 1 second.
Yeah.
Break the antenna off your car today and then hit scan. You'll find 15 of those stations too. It just happens. Go ahead, continue.
This felt like they had thrown a Mexican restaurant in the front of an H&R Block. Like it had no business being a restaurant.
Can I do it? Hey man, you want your taxes done?
No, you can't.
Okay, I can't do it. All right, I'm not gonna.
But that's what what it felt like. It didn't feel like like sometimes you go by. I'm like, oh, that clearly used to be a Hardee's.
Yeah.
What's really funny when you go by one of the old school Taco Bells that looks like and you're like, oh, you actually put a real Mexican restaurant in that. Well done, sir. But it didn't feel like that. It felt like like this building was never meant to be a restaurant, and they were like, we can make it happen. So this new place,
the slide from the Playland goes into salsa.
Right. This new location is immaculate. It's gorgeous. It's like everything is all done properly and right. It feels like it started out to be a restaurant and everything. And they brought the food out, and Tina was like, "Well, was it the same?" Actually, it was better.
Okay.
Better in the way that it was no longer felt like it was cooked like over the copier at H&R Block.
Right.
So it was elevated. It was more refined and everything, which made it then worse because it wasn't nostalgia for me. It still tasted great. Now I would still get it again, but it was not the dish I had 15 years ago.
Right.
but
Hey, you're not the dish that anybody had 15 years ago either. Okay,
I am not, sir. Just like that, I have improved. No, you haven't. But that was the problem. It was like, hey, can I have the one that like you guys weren't quite, able to buy quality ingredients yet? Do you still have like do you have the horse meat ones? Like, I'm assuming that's what it was.
Right. Yeah.
The stuff that Mac will talk about on the show. Oh, I've had that.
Yeah, right.
I've eaten zebra. You haven't? What are you talking about?
Monkey meat. Yeah, heck yeah. Jambalaya, you say?
I had zebra in New Zealand.
Is not exotic.
What? Hey,
This is the guy that was like, oh yeah, I had a monkey liver.
Okay.
On Tuesday.
One of us hasn't been all the way to Japan, so exotic to me is like
He hasn't
Louisiana.
either.
Huh?
He
Yeah, you're
hasn't
right.
either.
Yeah, I was in Topeka.
It was Joliet. You were already in Joliet.
Same amount of letters. We know. So, what about you, Mac? Anything cool happen this week, or should we come back to you in 6 minutes?
I got my grandma out of the nursing home.
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Yeah.
I can't laugh at that. I really want to.
Yeah,
but
that took a depressing twist. Thanks,
yeah,
Mac.
thanks for bringing it down a notch. Appreciate that.
They were trying to keep her in there,
Yeah.
So they told me if I took her out
Wait.
there.
Just knowing your track history, she's not in jail, correct? Just so we know.
Correct.
Okay, because I know
I
you.
went to a big building and took her out. I assumed it was.
She said sneak past the guard and grab me.
I mean, kinda, yeah. That's what it got down to.
We're going, Meemaw!
She really wanted out of there.
He's riding on her piggyback because she's faster.
I was on the back of the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I had a dog.
She's the
pulling
one that
it.
knows the directions.
Yeah. Till they get to the front door and there's a foot of snow. Damn it.
No, they tried telling me that if I took her out of there against like doctor's orders, that her insurance wasn't going to cover the stay.
That's what I got told every day that I tried to get out of the hospital. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are correct. Yes, sir.
Well, so I told them it sounds like it's in your best interest to get those doctor's orders. You ain't got no money.
Yeah. Well, one of us wants to get paid.
We don't got no money, so your broke ass ain't going home.
So they're holding her as collateral. It's like when you go get the bowling shoes and you leave your license on the counter.
We're gonna put Meemaw on layaway.
Yeah. We got 7 easy payments until we can get grandma out.
We can either get the USS Flag, the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier that's been on layaway since 1986,
Yeah.
or grandma. Ooh, hold on. Let me think about it.
Okay.
I've really wanted that flag.
I was just gonna say I can play with that aircraft carrier long past when I can play with grandma. So I can't even play cards with her. I can't play cards with her no more. So
I can flip that aircraft carrier.
you go on Marketplace and Max got slightly used Meemaw.
Yeah.
Still smells new.
Gross.
Is this item still available?
Do you deliver?
Can you take more pictures?
I don't
of it
have a
for
truck.
me?
Yeah, can you take more pictures?
You lift
I
up
need
the skirt.
I need to see up under the skirt. I need to see up under the skirt. What kind of legs we working with? What kind of legs?
You both at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, like, I want to get a Meemaw skirt. No.
I gotta see.
No.
Okay, look, I gotta see what kind of legs we're working with. And Mac's like, I'm putting enough effort
That
into
will
this.
remain a mystery.
I can leave her in there for free. Okay.
My point was we could flip the flag and use that money to get grandma out. You guys are sick.
Hey, we're entrepreneurial. That's why he starts at 9:00. Well, 13:01, whatever it is.
19 and 9 and change. Come down to audio. We'll start you on time when
No.
I say it is.
Now, to be sincere, I'm glad she's home. So anyway, my week.
All about Damon. That's what he wanted to name this podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
This was originally called Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. And it's all about me. So this week, I got to make some awesome calls. Well, Ted, you know some of this, the Xfinity. So I have
Xfinity or Infinity?
Yeah, well, it was infinite. I spent in one day between 3 phone calls about 4 to 4.5 hours on the phone. And I'll give you the Cliffs Notes because it wasn't that fun when I lived it, you know?
Oh, for one of us.
Oh, yeah. You were, because, of course, Ted has a computer background. So I send him this and say, hey, the short of it is that I got a plan years ago, and I mean like a decade ago, that included...
They invented cable.
Yeah.
Damon got...
Yeah, that included, with my internet, my high-speed internet, it included a television package, which I never used. The box was brand new. They gave me one box to get it, and it was still in the plastic, in the cardboard, never opened, never nothing. And I took that back and gave it to him like years ago and said, I don't have this, I don't use the TV. I guess apparently when you have that, if you just hook that box up, it diffuses it differently and you have your TV channels. I don't know how that works. I never used it. So anyway, I tell them I'm paying for this. I don't want to pay for this anymore. So how do we do this? So this is exactly what they tell me. Well, so here, I was paying $120 a month for high-speed internet.
No one likes a bragger.
Yeah, that was, high-speed internet that was suspect at best, okay? You were at my house, you ran a test, and you even said, this doesn't seem right. So I'm running that, and I run 2 modems because I have, my downstairs is finished, and I wired that all in to run a separate modem so that I can do that and have internet for, like, my basement and the first floor of my house, and then, the signal generally goes up. Well, it's in my loft for my second one, and that gets my upstairs. So they know all this, and it's $120. So they tell me we can go, and I says, they're going to start charging me over, like I use too much internet. So I asked them, I go, how do you use too much internet when I pay $120 a month?
Yeah, they do that. That's their thing.
So they start telling me, they go, well, you need unlimited. That's $30 a month more. Cool. I also need something faster. So again, most places when you go, this is me shaking my fist at the clouds, but most places when you go, when you're a new customer, you almost get treated better because they want to.
Yeah, that's the argument.
They're lying to you. They're pulling you in, and then they're going to give you what I get, and you're going to go, oh crap, this sucks. So now I've paid.
Not our new listeners though.
Right? Yes.
It's so much good.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Good stuff.
There's a lot of good in this.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
You're gonna enjoy everything. Go
yeah,
back to the beginning. You're gonna love it all.
If you need Cliff's Notes,
start at episode 6 maybe.
If you need to learn how to get your grandmother out of a nursing home, Mac will come and walk you through step by step. That's how he does it.
Yeah.
So Mac, you'll do that, right?
Set up a time and then show up a few seconds later
for a price.
Yeah. Now, if you can't hear him, that's not his fault. Okay.
Yeah. You need because he's talking. It's playing.
Yeah. Wait till 13:01. So anyway, I go ahead and do this, and they change my plan, and they go, listen, here's what we can do. We can get you the fastest internet we have, which apparently I didn't have, even though I felt like I was paying for it. And that's all I was paying for. And that's a lot of money to pay for just like internet. So they said, we'll get you that, and we'll get you the unlimited. Cool. Your bill so they go, it'll be $105. So I went down $15. And I said, okay. I says, now on my bill, because I'm looking at my statement, there's $19 in service fees and taxes. And then there's a separate taxes for I guess for cable, you pay tax on cable. You don't pay tax on internet. I didn't know that. So it's $3. They said, well, the $3 goes away. Gotcha. What about the 19? Is that included in the 105, or are you putting that on top of that? No. It's all in there. It's all in there. I said, and this is being recorded. We all know this. You're going to send it to me, because when you get it and it shows you the breakdown, it doesn't show you the 1979. And you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, it's in there. Yes. Cool. So I get the whole thing done, and they're on the phone with me, and we make sure it works. They tell me the modem's up and it's going, and I got no computer. I got nothing. So I'm an hour and a half plus into this call. Now I'm on technical support because my stuff's not working. Well, mind you, I have 2 routers. So now you kind of figured it out right away when I asked you,
yeah.
And I didn't.
Let's explain to people. Most people use wireless. So your computer's hardwired.
Right.
So you're like, I'm hardwired into it. There's no way that I can be hardwired into the one it says I'm hardwired into, because I'm physically not hardwired into that one here at my house. That's when I was like, I bet that other one's not even working now.
Yeah. And now let me go back to go forward. Like I said, I'm 92 minutes into this call. I hear the lady's voice. Now, again, a lot of people work from home now. I get it. Technicians, whatever else, they're helping me.
Here.
No, I start to hear static, and she's breaking up like she's driving through a tunnel talking to me. And I'm like, oh no. And I says, I can't hear you. I can't. I need you to call me back. I can't hear you.
Don't leave.
She dropped the call. Okay. Now, again, my stuff's not working at all. I don't know this cable move thing didn't. That's when I called you or texted you. But I don't know this yet. It drops the call. So I wait. I'm literally staring at my phone like it's going to ring. It's going to ring. 45 minutes. No call. Now I've moved other stuff around, didn't get it to work. I call you, and you walk me through it. Okay. I get back on the phone with them, and I got about 20 minutes before I got to go get my son. And I said, here's the deal. I just need you to activate this, la. Well, okay. Well, they took down all my internet because they started spiking the box. And then my son texted me and said, hey, I'm done with lifting. Come get me. Well, I can't leave him standing outside of the school.
Oh, now it's about your son.
Right. So I said, hey, I got to go. And they're like, well, can't you? I said, my son's not going to stand outside in the cold waiting. I'm going to go get him. I'll call you back. So that was the end of my second call. And now what they did is took the internet that I had working and made it not work because they spiked this box and took it away. So I get home, And then I spent almost 2 hours on the phone. And we were texting because you were having a lot of fun at my expense.
I'm loving this.
Yes, yeah. He's because he knows how
I
little
know
patience I have.
I know you're not on the ceiling. You're literally on the moon at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you were so hot. And I'm like, hey, now you know why I'm so zen.
Yeah. And
Because
finally,
I would be in prison right now.
finally, I get a guy who gets on the line, and he just sounds like he's going to help. I mean, he just sounds cool. He's going to help me. So I explained to him, I go, here's the deal. It's not your fault. I'm not going to take it out on you, but I need this fixed. You know what they tell me? They go, you can't have 2 routers unless one of them's from us. And I go, what? And they go, and you have to pay $50 a month more to have 2 routers. I said, nope, I didn't as of 2:00 today. I don't now.
That was the best when because you texted me that, but no, it's not physically impossible because
Up until 2:00.
Up until 2:00 today, it was happening.
It was happening. And,
So it's possible,
yeah.
sir.
So anyway, so then what I said, well, just put me back on the other plan then, right? That's what I said. And they said, well, it doesn't work that way. That plan doesn't exist anymore. I said, it did 3 hours ago. It existed.
So was it like Mac where you timed it just right?
Yeah.
You canceled that
Right.
exactly 1 second before
Starting now.
now.
Yeah, right now.
Right before we were ending that plan.
So they go, that was
You're like the last guy.
they go, that
You're
was
like he's out. Turn off the lights. He got out. Turn off the lights.
you're right there. I see you're open, Marshallonis, you know. But what's so funny is they go, that was a legacy plan. We haven't done that since 2019. I said, well, if you haven't, I said, I'm on the phone with you in 2022. I had it 3 hours ago. That's what I said. So anyway, they start walking through. So I come to this conclusion. I sent you this elaborate text where you said, well, what are they going to do? I said, well, they have options. And like what was plan Z was doing something like, oh, running it through one router. And I'm asking him like, well, can one router do all this? And he's like, not effectively. And I'm like, okay. So I literally here, if anybody needs a tip, and this is where my week will end, you have to let them know their company caused this problem because they misinformed me and didn't say, listen, they knew I had 2 routers. They never told me they weren't turning 2 back on.
Right.
So they misinformed me because had they said, look, if you change this right now, you're not going to have that working unless now you put one of your good ones in a drawer and you take one from me and pay me rent.
You're going to save $15.
Yeah.
But you're going to lose 35.
Yeah, right. And you're going to have the same speed you had before.
Right.
Just letting you know.
We can make this work
yeah.
for us.
So what I told him is I said, it appears to me that due to the misrepresentation by your company, I couldn't make an effective decision, an educated decision. I said, I probably would have stayed the other way because I want my routers to work the way they do. I said, my basement's finished. My house is finished. I'm not going to rewire my house because you've changed it on me. I can't. And they're like, oh, and I says, you have 2 options to fix the problem because it's a problem that you generated by your company. You can either give me one of your routers for free. Okay. Never charge me ever. It's in my house. It's mine. Boom. Or you can figure out how my other one that worked at 2:00 today doesn't work now. How you can make that work again? Well, guess what? When they figured out how to make my other router work. And then I said, well, we're still on a recorded line. Yeah. So somebody said, I'm going to pay $50 a month more. Oh, no, sir. And you're going to pay exactly what we quoted you today. You have 2 routers. And they said, honestly, it shows that router's still not working on our end. And it was working on mine. And they said, so it shows inactive.
You're like, good.
And I said, okay. I said, cool. And I said, so the only way that I get screwed now, and now that I'm talking about it, it's going to happen, is that router takes a dump, right? And then I go have to buy another one. They're like, well, this wasn't part of the deal. You know what I mean?
Wait till 40-ish minutes from now when you turn your phone off airplane mode. And it's literally just text from everyone in your family. Nothing in the house works. What'd you do?
There's no internet here.
What did you say? It's not even on air yet. Like, I don't know how they heard.
I was livid. And so, like I said, so that's fixed. And my son who does internet gaming, as I'm sure your kids do, I go, do you see any speed difference? He goes, a little bit, not much. So, and we're supposed to have like 3 times the speed of what I had before. So we'll see, you know.
I mean, to be fair, they do throttle when that happens.
Well, and he's probably doing it at peak times. He's after school. Yeah. All the other kids are home. They're doing, it is what it is. But no, it was just crazy. So yes, you always want to put that on the company. And in this case, I wasn't lying. Had you told me, hey, look, sir, it's not going to work, I'd have been like, you know what, then I guess I'm stuck paying $120 a month. It is what it is. I don't want to change it if it's not possible.
Well, the best part is you're telling me this stuff, and I'm going through. I'm like, have you done this? You're like, yeah. Did they try this? Yeah. Did you try this? Yeah. All right. I see what the problem is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah. And they're on the phone.
Yeah. Immediately click like, I know what happened. And then you're like, you come back like, they told me this is what happened. I'm like, oh, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew it had happened.
One of us knew this already.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of us.
One of us was ahead of the game.
So then fast forward, and this will be quick, but I'm very angry from yesterday. Was iTunes Day. Anybody that has iTunes, and I have an iPhone. So I have a desktop upstairs that's had my music on it.
No one likes a bragger.
Yeah. It's a 7, so it's like 15 behind. But anyway, my iTunes library is on my desktop upstairs. So I've always been able to plug my phone in and pull whatever library part I want down and put my playlist on there and be done. I haven't been able to do that. Come to find out, they have what's called now, it's called iTunes Match. So what they want to do, and I had to call to find out. I said, my phone's not taking. They said, well, you don't have, you're not signed up for either iTunes Music, which is like $16 a month,
right?
Or iTunes Match, which I found out now is $25 for the year. $25 a year, I can rent my own music that I own to put them on my other devices. But when I rent it, I don't pay myself rent. Right. I'm paying Apple rent. Okay. They found a way to charge me for something I already own. So anyway, fast forward to my second phone call there I set it up and it still doesn't play my songs. And they go, well, there must be a problem. Well, that's why I'm calling you.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling.
They put the right guys in tech support there.
Right. So I get this lady, she doesn't know anything. She goes, let me give you my senior advisor. Gotcha. Okay. Just when I hear that, I don't know that means they're any smarter.
Well, that's also, let me just give you the guy with the other title.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm going to change my accent in a minute. I'm going to come back and I'm still going to tell you the same thing.
Don't. Don't do it.
No. I'm not going to do that accent.
All right.
I'm working on other ones. No. I'll get some.
That wasn't a blanket like
it was
green light.
That was encouragement.
Yeah, no, it was not a blanket green light. That was me like literally saying blanket.
Yeah. Blanket. You're done. So
let's go back. Episode 7, maybe, I don't know. I don't listen to these.
Gets on the phone and she starts and I said, so out of all the people that have had this done, nobody's had this problem. She says, nobody. And I go, and you're a senior advisor. She said, okay. I said, all right. I says, well, then just tell me how we got to fix it. Right. Well, she's baffled. And so I said, do you find it odd that your company is that makes it to where I have to pay for stuff I already own? I said, a lot of these, like 12, 15 years ago, I took my CD collection, put them in the burner one at a time, uploaded it into the computer and made this. I paid $16, $18 a piece for those CDs that I own. Okay. I said, then I have like 500, 600 songs I bought from you at say $1 a piece.
Right.
And I can't use any of it unless I'm sitting in my loft on my computer speakers listening to music.
God, Mac, how many times has he brought up his loft today?
Yeah. I have a loft. I just wanted everybody to know. It's where I sit higher than everybody else and look down on them.
That was literally just a test.
Yes. He's like, wait, what?
Did he say Mac?
Wait.
Are they talking about me?
Are we ordering lunch? Are we getting McDonald's? What are we doing? What are we having? Yeah, okay.
I'll take a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Sure. I've always liked the name of that. So how did that?
So I have this lady on the phone, and while we're waiting now, because now I've rebooted my computer and I've done everything. I've rebooted my phone. I'm trying to do everything, and it's supposed to put it into the cloud, into the iCloud, and then you're supposed to be able to pull it down. So I asked too. I said, the reason I put music on my phone is so that if I'm somewhere where I have no signal, I don't have to stream. Yeah. I said, do I have to stream my own music that I own now? That's what I asked. Yeah. Well, I don't really know how that works. Well, okay.
I'm glad you're in position.
Yeah, I'm glad you're a senior advisor. But then I told her, I said, don't you think it's odd that they're charging me? She goes, well, no. And so I said, it's this download and we have a minute. I said, do you own a car? Yeah. Okay. Say you pay that car off. Okay. Now, the car company says, thanks for paying your car off, and you own it. But you can only sit in it in your garage. If you want to drive it and have it anywhere but in your garage, you're going to have to pay us some more money. And she goes, you know what she says? She goes, when you say it that way, it sounds like they're really not doing you right. And I says, well, they is you. And that's what I said. I go, they is you.
Surprise.
Yeah, this has a twist, And I said, and yes, they're not doing me right. Correct. I said, I'm very frustrated and it is very irritating, And I says, congratulations on having the technology. So she starts talking and she's defending it. Right. And I said, look, I don't want to argue with you.
Oh, 5 seconds ago when the brand was Tesla, it was a problem.
Right.
Now that it's a pull, now we got a problem.
Right. Right. So it's just very funny, And I told
now, to be fair, they're actually saying that is a concern of people that are buying like these computer generate like the Teslas and all the cars that are like that. They're worried that it is going to come apart where you're going to have to pay like licensing fees to drive a car you've already paid for.
Right.
So you can keep the software updated and all that other stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And honestly, just based on my a pull this week, I would say that might not be far off. Yeah.
Was it 2 weeks ago when I looked at your laptop?
Yes.
So Mac, you got to pay attention to this because I
Okay.
know how the other people are dealing with. Because Damon's like, hey, can you fix my laptop? There's an issue with it. And I'm not going to get into what was wrong with everything. But all I'm trying to do is boot it up. And it's got security stuff on there. So it's doing a scan. It's doing all this stuff. It hasn't even finished booting up. He's like, so you figured it out? You got it? And I'm like, no, I'm literally not touching the keyboard. I'm not touching anything. He's like, so how are we doing? We good yet? It's still booting up. I'll let you know.
I did this. I know I did.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, because you know how long a Norton scan takes, right, Mac? 5 minutes later, it's doing its thing. So you know what it's in? Like, I can't even open the program you asked me to look at yet. And he's like, oh, okay, I asked you to come help. I don't know why you're not being helpful. Suddenly now I'm wasting his time, right?
For free on a Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
Then he's like, hey, I gotta go to the bank. I got a meeting. I'm like, can I just stay here? And it's gonna be a while. I was like, I guess. Do you need anything from me? Because I'm gonna go. Nicole's coming with me.
Hey, the best part though is when I get it down in a meeting at the bank. I get a couple minutes of downtime, and I text him. So what do we got?
Yeah. Once it loads up, Mac, it took me all of a minute and a half to fix it, right? But then he's like, I need to use this laptop for a meeting later in the future. That's why he wanted me to fix it.
Yeah.
And I was like, here's what you need to do. He's like, okay, hit me. I said, 1 hour before your meeting, open your laptop. He's like, okay, I got it. I'm with you. I said, let it load. Walk away, do nothing, let it load up. So when your meeting starts, that laptop is on your desk and not 3 stories down outside of your loft window in the pool.
This is a weird angle.
Yeah.
It's a weird angle to see you on Zoom.
I said, because all of your impatience of you waiting for me to fix it was just me waiting for it to load to a regular Windows screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and so great. Just, hey, where are we on that? Yeah. It's still loading. 4 minutes later. Hey, we done?
I did solve that. I went to the OneDrive and I upped that and got that. So all that stuff that was stuck on the computer that wasn't, that slowed it down, it's gone.
Okay,
so it's good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah.
Hey, where we at? We
I
done?
had a similar experience. I went to a church for a tech support thing a couple of weeks ago. And
you're like, oh, is this a church?
Was this a church's chicken? Or was this?
No,
I'm just wondering because your stories, I never really know where we're at.
Yeah, it's probably a Popeyes.
In Manuka.
They don't even have. Don't let him know.
Yeah,
Don't
I don't even know. He'll be there. There's a sign-in sheet. Make sure you sign in.
But yeah, it's like 25 minutes of my call there was waiting for the computer to start. And I was like, well, I see the problem. You've got a 16-year-old laptop and you're trying to do like streaming live. And it took all of, 3 clicks and,
Yeah. Well, that's why I said
2 minutes after the computer started.
He got it. I just, I had a lot more faith he'd do it faster. I don't know what his problem is. It is what it is,
So at least the one that you were on the other side of the desk. I hate when I go somewhere.
They're over your shoulder?
They're just standing there. And I'm like, you know what? You do not make it go any faster.
Yeah.
You're not like that thing where, you ever heard the thing where they say if you like take your key fob and put it under your chin, like it.
Yeah, it makes the signal go farther.
A, doesn't.
Yeah.
2, you standing there does not make me go faster.
Right.
Oh, are you the speed boost? Come on, let's do it. You might as well just get right up in my butt. Let's just, come on. Let's.
Right. Can I sit on your lap while we do this?
Let's cut out the middleman. Why are we even doing that?
How does this work?
Oh, it's so frustrating. And they're like, so what are you doing? Like, you didn't know enough to do what you need to do when I wasn't here. You're not going to learn anything from me now. I am not going to take the time to show you how to do my job.
You are correct. Yeah. Me looking at the other side where the screen is, I would have added nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Did you click on this?
Yeah.
Did you click on that?
Yeah.
Why aren't we in solitaire, Ted? Solitaire's not the problem, Damon.
Yeah.
That's not the issue.
Well, we have time to kill. Why aren't we playing solitaire while we're waiting for the computer to do the rest?
Yeah. Literally, you'd be opening up other programs, slowing down the computer
Well, I'm
more.
going to get online and wait while this is going.
Hey, why is this router powering up? What's going on?
So, yeah, it was.
So I know how, like, that was, and I was being calm and collected. Hey, we'll get it. No problem. Don't worry about it. Just wait for it. I know when you're not getting the answer you want.
Yeah.
And you're still waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, those people are like, I think I met the Antichrist today.
Yeah.
That guy was pissed.
And he's got a podcast.
Yeah.
That's like, those are the people I never tell anything to.
Yeah.
Like what I do.
Hey, anything else we can do for you today? Hey, you can check out my podcast. Let me call my buddy and let them. He can tell you where we can find us.
I'll tell you what, a 5-star Google review or 5-star review gets you a good review from me.
That'd
I'm
be
just
great
letting you know.
if it got to the point where every time you called me, I just picked up and you're like, I think I might have said that checks out, John. I think I might have said all the stuff. And then I just hung up. And that's all. Every time you call me, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Hey, where can you got a podcast? Where can I find it? I don't remember. My buddy knows. Hold on. Let me call him.
Hey, Ted. Okay. We're going to be on a 3-way call. I'm going to need you to do it. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Is it video? Because that's different.
I'm not dressed. I'm in the bathroom right now. It's not good.
Yeah, you just hear that weird like bathroom echo. You can find us that checks out.
Yeah. So, wow. Yeah, but here's the deal.
Yeah, I'm somewhere really serious, important. Hey, your phone's ringing. It says, it says juice box. Hold on.
You're at a funeral.
Yeah.
You're like, you got one hand. You're pallbearer. You got one hand on the casket. You're like, you can find us at that checks out.
I just pull up my watch like a CIA agent. You can find us at that checks out.
Yeah.
We just lost like half the episode. I think they did the socials. I think they're done.
Yeah.
What's happening?
By the way, don't let Ted be a pallbearer because he'll just drape one of our banners across. It's like, what? Why can't I see the American flag? Well, there's that checks out banner right over the top of the basket.
Hey, was it a tall guy? Do I need the 5-foot banner or the 8-foot?
Yeah.
I don't want it to droop. Yeah. My face has got to be like solid across.
I paid for these. I don't want them dragging on the ground.
Hey, all right. So I don't need the flag folded for me, but can you tightly roll?
Right?
Can you tightly roll up that banner?
Please.
It's white. I don't want it hitting the dirt. Meanwhile, across the cemetery, you hear,
Yeah.
oh, Mac's buried here too.
Well, I love when you get there though, and we got like other banners streaming from the trees. You know, hey, when you're gonna do your 21,
yeah, that tent they put over like where the family sits,
right across
it's
the
just
back,
covered.
Yeah. So just so you know, when you do the 21 gun salute, if you could turn that way, because not to hit the banners.
Yeah, we don't want any
Don't hit the
gunpowder.
banners.
You know the best part of, with our luck,
Yeah.
like we'd have all that up, and someone would come up and be like, "Oh, hey guys, we need to take your banner down
Yeah.
because we got to put our banner up."
This is awkward, but we got a sponsor.
Mac, that happened to us when we were at the
Catfish
Days.
Yeah.
Nothing on the whole bandstand, the whole thing. We put our banner up. Everything's all right. People are coming up. Hey, what's that? What's going on? We're chatting everyone. They show up for the event. And they're like, oh, hey, I know there's like 1,000 other places we could put this, but we need to put that right here.
Yeah. This is going to be awkward.
I was like, oh, can we put ours up in the actual, like in the place where people can see it better? Yeah, I guess we didn't promise the sponsors that. So do whatever you want.
Yeah. Can we put it, can we take top billing for free?
We're like, can we put it? It takes a little bit more to put it where it is, but it's top billing. People can see it better, where you could have left yours all night. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Whatever
you guys
want
have
to
that.
do.
You
Yeah,
guys
sure.
have that spot. Yeah, that sounds good.
Can we anger the DJ as we put our stuff up and take it down around them while they sit on their stool and play their eye match or whatever it is you're talking about?
I don't know, but Karen's karaoke was something special. That's for sure. Hey, so how about a couple fun facts, other than the fact we know I have no patience and I don't wait for you to do computer stuff. I found this neat. And I don't know that I would do this.
By the way, Mac, neat is Smurf for Damon.
Yeah.
Like I could put it. I find it neat.
It's
no one
neat.
knows what that means.
It's neato. A man in China hired gamers to hunt down and eliminate his son in online video games because he was concerned about the amount of time his unemployed son spent gaming. That is awesome. Look, I need you to kill my kid, but virtually.
I need this to be crystal clear.
Right. Put the baseball bat down.
Man, I got you. No. I need you to understand.
Yeah. You just hear the gun cock.
Yeah.
No. I don't think you get it.
Shh, that didn't sound digital.
Yeah.
We're talking digitally on a phone, and that still didn't sound digital.
Look, if you want to take a wired controller and whip it at him, I'm cool with that. All right.
Whip it good.
Yeah. But we're gonna shoot him in the game. Okay.
The game of life? Is that a game? I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was when I was a kid.
I don't. Is that trending? I don't know. Is there a hashtag for that? I don't know. I'm a dad. I don't know what this is.
Oh, I'll kill him in Fortnite. No, not in 2 weeks. I need him today.
Right.
In a game.
Yeah. Turns out the killer really likes the game and he buddies up with them. Okay, this is weird.
Wait. This kid's good.
Yeah.
I want him on my team.
So wait a minute now. I'm gonna need to hire an assassin to assassinate the assassin and my son.
They just show him a picture of a digital thumbprint. I cut that off. This is the evidence you wanted, right?
I brought you his avatar, sir. I brought you his avatar. It's just a head right
It's
there.
just a poorly photoshopped thumb off of the.
Yeah.
Well, this is the proof that idiot wanted.
Yeah. I just can't imagine what kind of conversation you have in your headset too, where you're like, "I'm coming for you."
All he's got to do, All that the dad's an idiot. All that dad had to do was call Comcast or the China equivalent and tell him that his son has 2 routers.
Yeah, correct.
And just spike them both.
So this is
Hey,
this.
this is awkward. Can you spike both my son's routers? Yeah, we can do that. No problem.
Right, because when he throws that controller through the TV, he's not gonna be able to play video games for a
Because
while.
it's going to cost them, 50 more, or whatever their equivalent.
$50 a month. Yeah,
the equivalent is to get that back up.
74 yen, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't know.
I
what that
can't
is.
swing that.
Rubles? What's over there? What do they have? Yen?
In China?
Yeah, I don't know. Mac, what do they have? Oh, never mind. That's Chicago. Sorry. It starts with the same.
Have you been to China, Mac?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an hour from here. The Bears play there at Soldier Field. No, that's not right. That's called Chicago. That's different. It's different.
What delicacies did you eat in China, Mac?
Wendy's.
Duck neck.
Wendy. So over there, ironically, she doesn't have red hair, but she still has the freckles. And yeah. Yeah. All right, so here
I didn't appreciate your timing on that.
yeah, so here's another fun fact. If a service dog without a person approaches you, it means the person is down and in need of help.
Oh yeah, I
This
did
is
read
something
that.
everybody
Like
should
someone
know.
like, if a service dog's supposed to be by itself, am I supposed to play it? Because they always say like, don't approach a service
Right,
dog.
yeah.
That dude's just on his break, I think.
This dog's
Are we
been
allowed to
waiting
talk?
for a catch
Yeah.
forever. Well, the other thing is, if you follow it, you're probably going to get a free wallet or purse because there's going to be something way at the end of that rainbow,
When I was leaving the hotel yesterday, there was like 5 or 6 singles like in a snowbank.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I could have easily just picked those up and walk away. They're 5 singles, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm going to do the right thing. So I walk back into the hotel and I'm like literally holding them by like the tips of my fingers. And I just kind of like splort them on the counter. And the woman looked at me just like, what is this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I found those out in a snowdrift out there. It's not a lot. Someone might come and look for them. And I honestly didn't want that in my pocket. And I just turned around and walked away.
Those are my gym socks. I just got done doing my cardio.
It was so, that's the sound they made when they hit the counter. I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't pick those up and put them in my pocket. It was so gross.
$5 worth of sploosh. So people can learn stuff on here. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Your kid plays too much video games, have him assassinated in the game. In the game. Please be very thorough. Be very thorough with that. And when a dog comes up to you, don't think, wow, this dog's really been waiting to play catch. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is that because anyone can bring whatever they want now for like emotional support animals.
Right.
So they're going to follow a dog and it's just like, oh, you just wanted to get out of that.
Yeah, right.
Like the dog isn't like trying to get you back to the owner. The dog is just escaping that hellhole.
Well, the dog,
Suddenly you're 4 states away and you're like, man, this is what it's like for Mac to go to Manuka.
yeah, I'm tired of being a stress ball for that ogre I walk around with, It just got away. Hey, you can eat them fries? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I might even eat some biscuits and gravy when we're done. It's double order.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah.
I think they'll mind
Yeah.
if I order.
Yeah. If you're gonna hitch yourself to a wagon, this ain't the wagon you're gonna want leftovers from.
Yeah.
This ain't the leftover wagon. All right. And this one I thought was cool because we saw so many cops on the way here this morning.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, like they're pulling everybody
remember
over.
we theorized that they think that if they give enough tickets away today,
Yes.
that they can have the day off for the big game tomorrow.
Yeah, for Super Bowl. Yeah, because here, another behind the scenes. We record a week ahead because unless I get pneumonia and almost die, it works out mathematically to where you get one every week.
Yeah, we found out the hard way
Yeah.
that if you don't have anything in the can and one of us decides to nearly die, you get a month off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mac was super thrilled about that.
There's no way he would have got his grandma out of hock that week. There's no way.
That was the only.
That's probably what put her in. He probably put her on consignment.
That was the
Ain't been
only
able to get rid of grandma in a
communication
month.
Mac and I really had during that period where I was like, he's like, hey, I hope you get well. I want to see you guys back again. And I was like, yeah, he just wants to get more money. And he's like, you guys never paid for the one you did right before you left. And I was like,
That was so awesome.
You don't want more money. You just want your money.
I would just like to be compensated for what I've done.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I like additional. I would just like the stuff you already owe me.
Yeah.
I would break your thumbs, but they won't let me in
Yeah. Yeah.
because of the
Weird. It's just
because of
weird.
the rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you got a hazmat up. I just want to break his thumb, so I thought that
Yeah, right.
just gonna be real quick.
Yeah, he's not going to put up much of a
I'm
fight.
just gonna be
He's
in and out.
Very weak. He's
In and
very
out.
weak.
Is he face up or face down? Right now?
Yeah, right.
Depends on the angle.
So in Finland, the cost of a speeding ticket is determined by your income. That's what made me think of this. In 2002, which is a long time ago, Nokia executive. Nokia, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
An executive. Wow, he probably made all of $5,000 a year.
Well, is it like the joke where they show a Kia and then they show like a Kia sinking into a lake and it's
yeah,
like
Nokia. Yeah.
Nokia.
Can you hear me now? He got a ticket for $103,000 for going 45 in a 30 zone. Does that mean like they just sit outside Elon Musk's place with like a radar gun and they're like, come on.
Yeah.
He's doing like 31 in a 30 and they're like,
Yeah.
woo.
They're calling Comcast. Can you spike his Tesla?
Yeah.
Boom. He doesn't even touch it. It just takes off. Like,
Right.
Got you now.
Thing launches like it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're out there like, can we get these Amazon drones?
We
Bezos has some money.
we got you now. I like that. You're like Roscoe just sitting in the bushes. Roscoe Pico train. We got you now. You know, it came in at 13:01. You didn't hear it? You're getting a ticket right now. Mac, that's a callback for those of us that are paying attention and not on Google. So anyway,
Wait, what?
Reddit.
he's on Reddit. Sorry, not on Google.
Wow, you
Yeah.
could be seeing some stuff then, sir.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what you're looking at.
Yeah. One of us happy to be
Yeah,
here.
that is a rabbit hole, my friend.
Yeah. Where's that hole located on the rabbit, Mac? Anyway, dude looks like
Reddit will show you.
oh, wow.
That one's free. That's a free edit.
Yeah.
Timestamp that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have bizarre. Yeah, bizarre. Bizarre.
We going in France now?
Well, it's alliteration. I'm no good with it. Burglaries. I got BB. I got
Bizarre
yeah.
burglary.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
From
All right.
Burger King with the Hamburglar.
So the first one is the remorseful burglar. Burger. Now I'm hungry. we getting Big Macs. On January 30th.
Big Mac side of biscuits.
Yeah.
I need a B&G with my Big Mac.
Should I get the double fries or should I not? I don't. Just tell
Do
me
you
what
think
I
they'll
should
mind?
do. Yeah. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, made a distressing discovery. When they arrived home, they found a man in their home armed with a scoped AR-15 rifle. At this point, the couple probably expected things to be taking a nasty turn, but imagine their surprise when the intruder started apologizing for breaking into their home. A man explained that his family had been killed in eastern Texas, was on the run from an assailant. Oh, I really should proofread these. Yeah. So his car had broken down 100 miles outside of Santa Fe. So this guy now has had an AR-15. He's navigated 100 miles to find this house. I'm not really buying this story. He slept there a while. He took a shower. He helped himself some food and beer in the fridge. And let's see here. So when the couple arrived home,
Now, was it like a Goldilocks situation where
It-
every few houses on the way down, he's
right.
like, they didn't have what I wanted.
Yeah. This porridge is too hot. No, but it says basically once the couple arrived, even though he startled them, he grabbed his rifle and left. On his way out the door, he handed the couple $200 for the window he'd broken and for the beer and stuff that he drank. That's
No,
that.
the
I don't know.
question-
Is that a burglary?
The question is was it his $200?
Right. Yes. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the house next door, the whole family's murdered.
Yeah.
And all their money's missing.
Or, I was
Yeah.
to say, or the dad was like, man, that's my spending money. I could ever pretend I didn't have that $200. Great. Great.
You guys take Venmo? I couldn't imagine walking because this is somebody's house. This ain't even like a cabin.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you hear that with people like squatting in vacation cabins or something, and they just
Well, that's what they came. Oh, really? This is your house?
Yeah.
Man.
it's your week for
I
the
just thought
timeshare.
someone nicely put food in the fridge. And, before we got in this house, we had like in a cookie cutter like townhome situation where like they all look the same. And we're
Yeah.
sitting there. One day, this guy just like it was a split level.
Yeah.
So you walk in, you can either go downstairs or straight upstairs. That's literally when you front door is literally like a foyer, the up or down.
Right.
That's what you get.
Right.
This guy just barrels straight up the front. We're sitting in the kitchen. And we're like, hey, and he's like, what house number is this? And we're like, I don't know. I remember it was like 105 or something. He's like, I'm so sorry. My daughter lives at 405. So he just like in the dark had pulled into the wrong one, walked right in, and we're like, great. Could you tell her that down to the street? Because we want you out. And it was an older guy. It wasn't like it was the kind of thing, but it was just like I'm glad that you're panicking. Do it
Right.
outside.
Want some popcorn?
Yeah. Because my kids were younger at that point. Like
Right.
they were, and I was like, you're lucky I'm a calm, collected guy. And I did just,
Right.
ask questions later, if you know what I
He's
mean.
like, ooh, what are you guys watching on TV?
We're going to be watching a news report soon.
Right. Right.
And it's going to be showing us from this angle.
Yeah, I'm going to go put my curlers in, and I'm going to talk to some news people.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So the next one is called so that was a remorseful. I don't consider that a burglary.
Well, have you ever? There's also a story going around where a guy stole a car, car theft, came back and brought it back and berated the woman who he stole it from because he got 3 blocks away and found out the kid had been left in the back seat.
No way.
Yeah, can you imagine being berated by a car thief and him being right?
Yeah.
He makes a solid point.
So I got a lesson in morals and ethics today from a car thief.
Oh, from who? From like your priest or your like counselor, your therapist? No, carjacker.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I listened because he was heavily armed. Yeah. So I listened.
He had a scoped AR-15. You said he was short on cash, though. I don't know what. He looked full,
right?
But he was short on cash.
Yeah. He smelled like alcohol. Smelled like booze. So the next one's a penguin napping. 3 men in Australia.
Just a penguin taking a little snap.
Yeah, right.
Let's take a little snappy.
It's Australians Gold Coast. Okay, guys decided to get drunk. Not sure how much they had, but they broke into a local SeaWorld, climbed over the fence, and proceeded to take a swim in a pool of dolphins. Before they helped themselves to a trophy, a fairy penguin, so it must be a kind of penguin, called Dirk. Okay?
Hey, you know what we need?
Yeah.
We need a butler named Dirk.
Yeah. First off,
this stupid butler doesn't even talk.
Anybody
smells like fish. I'm taking him home. I'm taking him home.
Right. So they grabbed a sleeping penguin. So the thing wasn't even awake. And they left the aquarium. The reality of the situation dawned on them the next morning when they woke up, groggy and hungover. To the men's credit, they never intended to hurt Dirk. They tried feeding him and giving him a shower before they released him into a canal. Locals spotted the penguin, returned him to SeaWorld, luckily unharmed. The police later arrested the trio, who expressed their remorse in a written letter of apology to the aquarium.
Our dearest Dirk.
Yes.
We apologize for trying to feed you beefaroni.
Yeah.
And throwing you in a canal.
And we're sorry that we kept asking where the Batcave was and calling you Alfred. We know you're not our butler. But you got to admit.
There's 2 of them doing that. One of them's like, no, man, this guy's DeVito.
Yeah, right.
I get what you're going with that, but that's the wrong guy.
And the other guy's like, so am I Batman?
Where's that duck car you got, man?
Yeah.
Can you get me on It's Always Sunny? Do Frank real quick. Yeah. This penguin won't even do Frank, man.
Do the call, man. Quack, quack, Mo. Quack, quack. Come on.
Can you get Michael Keaton to come down?
Yeah. They're like, I don't know who the little guy was, but he got us in every club party we went to.
That guy need to take a shower, but man, that guy got us in everywhere.
Yeah, that guy, it's like having a pass, man. We just walked to the front of the line. Well, waddled. But next one's called Making Themselves at Home. When Oklahoma City woman arrived at her house, she found someone had forced her front door open, and she was calling the cops. A man appeared in the doorway and then invited her in as if he owned the place. As it turns out, the man, together with his 2 daughters, had broken into the house and decided to settle. They popped a frozen pizza in the oven, put on some clothes from the house, and in general acted like it was their home. When the cops showed up, the man asked them to come in. He claimed he lived in the house, but the cops pressed him for proof, and the man became combative. The police
What
later...
do you mean none of these pictures of me?
I bought them at the store that way. I don't put pictures in these frames.
What do you mean there's not a stitch of men's clothing in this house? Yeah. My house.
He's wearing
a question how I dress.
He's wearing a pink muumuu. You know, what do you got on? The police later reported...
I work from home. I wear what I want.
The man was under some kind of influence of substance. He reportedly progressed from being calm and drowsy to hallucinating and delusional.
Well, there you got to feel sad for the kids.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. So, and especially they're like, hey, look, Dad's taking, like, he probably said, this is my house. They don't know any better, you know, but yeah.
Now, have you ever had anyone just randomly come in your house? Like I told a story with that.
My apartment
happened to me twice.
In my apartment, but I think somebody just hit the wrong door, and shame on me, I guess, for leaving it unlocked. Well, you know,
this was there was a snowstorm. This is before all the houses around me had fences. And there was like a storm, and it was blinding, like that sideways stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and suddenly the back door opens, the sliding door goes, and someone walks in, and is like, I'm like, can I help you? And it was a woman, a girl, and she's like, I was over there at my friend's house, and I live in the cul-de-sac, and I couldn't make it another step, and I saw your door, and I came in, and I was like, That's not a life plan I would continue to have.
Right. Yeah.
Because again, I'm a very calm and collected person.
Right.
I have seen some of our neighbors.
Right.
You lucky you have a face. But it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like not even and then run in. It was just boom, boom. And like, this is weird.
Yeah. Are you running from a murderer? Am I going to get killed for you being here?
What situation is this? Is there someone behind you, or am I going to soon be in front of you? Like, which one is this?
You just pull up a chair. Let's catch up. Let's catch up on where we're at right now.
Just go.
Yeah.
And then like I find out I don't hear the killer's signature music because Mac's the one running the sound.
The killer gets there. He's like, you didn't hear that?
Well, I was gonna say the police out front are interviewing Mac. I don't know why I didn't run. The music was playing.
It's so weird.
I could clearly hear it. I don't know what
it was.
Yeah. And then you see Mac run again, and like he's looking back like, why is no one moving?
Yeah. Why are you not scared? I am here to murder
He's
you.
in the field across from my house. You don't hear the music? The guy's coming.
This is going on my tombstone.
Can't you hear that?
Yeah. 1301. It comes in. Comes in at 1301. Pretty sure. Yeah. So
he's been real professional lately.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just praising.
Hey, I've been on Team Mac for a while.
Yeah.
And what did I tell him this morning? I said, hey, I love the fact how it comes right into at 10 o'clock and says we're done. And if I'm not done, I'm going to tell you. Okay?
Yeah, it's like, I love you're really professional, keeping us like reined in. We're doing everything inside. But when the music starts and I'm not done, I don't care.
Yeah. I go, I love what you're doing. I don't like it at all. Okay. Let me be clear. Okay.
I love how it's no longer a boys' club. We can't just act like we own the joint.
Right.
But I'm not appreciative.
So
Don't like it.
So the next one is stolen sand. I didn't know this was a thing. It's bizarre.
How do you prove it's your sand?
Law enforcement officials in Jamaica, right, are currently. Don't tell me that's not my shell. I know that's my
Do you
shell.
know where I hid my sand?
Yeah.
I hid it on the beach. Go find it.
You've got a huge hourglass in your backyard. You know where I hid my sand? You'll have this much time to find it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe those guys are stole some water and they're hiding it in their giant bird bath.
Yeah, right.
Not all that water was stolen.
Local residents have seen multiple trucks parked on the beach and being filled with sand several nights. Hey, clue.
Where that sand's going?
They do a lot of night digging around here.
When you suddenly hear about the new beach volleyball complex,
Yeah.
deeper into the island,
Yeah.
the sand looks familiar.
Unfortunately, the police can't do much about sand theft. They said they'll have to catch the criminals in the act.
Thank you.
They come at night with trucks. Okay.
Oh, hey, we're in a strict 9 to 5.
The Super Bowl's on. We wrote all our tickets yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. We're good. We're good right now. So it says, couldn't they just park a cop car and keep the eye out of the beach at night? Weirdly enough, sand theft is nothing new in Jamaica. In 2008, criminals illegally mined 500 truckloads of sand.
Here's the thing. As last I checked, Jamaica is not somewhere you could drive a truck off of.
Right? Yeah.
Where did it go?
You have kamikaze semi-drivers. They just go in the ocean and get as far as they can.
I want this sand to be a little bit further into the ocean.
I'll show you. I'm building a berm.
Suddenly, Jamaica turns into an isthmus, and it's just like it's connected. Oh, they're building a land bridge. That's fine. Take one of those.
Right.
Fine.
Pretty soon I'll be able to drive there from the States. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Where are you taking 500 trucks? You know what? I want this beach on the other side.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's wintertime. Did you put out the winter sand yet?
You can totally see him walking into the desk sergeant. Hey, they're stealing sand down here. Good for them. Do they want to move the ocean to the other side of the as well?
I would look for the guys that are severely sunburned.
Yeah.
That's what I would look for. Whoa.
They get to the other side and they're like, there was already a whole bunch of sand here.
Yeah. Man. Well, it's like when you see those logging trucks, you know, they're passing each other. It's like, where are you taking logs that they're taking logs the other way?
Yeah.
Couldn't you just keep the logs where you're at?
Well, have you ever been like on an highway and you see one of those like giant like windmill
Yeah.
propellers on
Yeah.
one rest area, and on the other side you see one on the other rest area going the other way, and I'm like, I feel like we could have saved one of you half a trip. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, specifically, where did you come from with that one?
Yeah.
That they couldn't have just taken this one.
And that is-
oh well, this is a left turning one, and that's a right turning one.
It's not impressive bartering when you do 1-for-1 straight up trading. Okay. That's not,
You just see him in the media and like, well, we got this one. Yeah, we got that one. Oh, we're going to impasse.
they're in the
son.
media and shaking hands,
Yeah.
changing keys. Same time. So I don't know you. Same time. Same time. Is that our music?
It is.
Holy crap. I'm actually done too. Hey.
Oh, we've been done.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a call.
Yeah.
Hey, where can they find us? They can find us at
Yeah.
thatchecksout.net. All the socials are That Checks Out WTT, except for Twitter. We won't talk about it. WTT stands for With Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Coming to you here from Audiohive Podcasting Studio. We joke, we laugh, but Mac will make you sound fantastic. Come down, check him out. That has been That Checks Out.
Audiohive, Joliet, Japan, wherever you want to go. It's all here.
Jamaica,
Jamaica,
the beach, and the other beach.
He won't let us in the shower because it's full of sand. We know where it is now.
Don't touch my sand.
Yeah, don't touch my sand.
My sand.
They're on to me. They're not going in the shower. Don't touch my sand. You want to start early? We still got 9 minutes.
Yeah, we still got 9 minutes.
I got the intro music on the timer, so.
Yeah, you just want to have to.
Hey, I'll
you
be
don't
honest.
have to push another button.
I do. Hey, I do like that. You're getting very professional
he's
there.
giving you a lot of,
I like that.
A lot of props lately, Mac.
No, I like that. I also like though. What was the one? It was like two episodes ago where the music starts playing. I'm like, we're not done yet. We're still going. we still got more thoughts on this. We're still going. I will have a total disregard for your timer as well, just so you're aware.
Really like it.
Yeah.
Don't much care for it.
Love what you're doing with it. Don't like it at all.